when deep down you don't really want to do something, but your mind's telling you, oh, I should do this, that's where we can battle ourselves. When you're fully aware that you want to be doing something, if it's harder for yourself or not, it becomes easier. It's less of a battle because you've made that decision, you actually want to do it. And this is normally because you know your soul's telling you to do it. It's time. It's the right time to do it. And now when it's the right time to do it, it's easier. Yeah, doesn't mean it's easy, but it's easier. You know, that walking that path of actually making the decision that no, this is what I want to be doing, this is what I should be doing, and I'm not going to battle it. I'm just going to keep going. Or if it is a battle, I'm actually going to enjoy the battle. I'm going to embrace the battle, and rather than feeling sorry for myself that this is really hard, I don't want to do this, or I want to go back to when it was easy. I'm just going to go back to my old lifestyle. There's like a certain there's a feeling in that, knowing that I'm breaking through, I'm doing the things that I want to be doing. This is the feeling that I wanted, that when it comes up and it's hard, this is the feeling that I enjoy. And there's quite a buzz comes to doing the hard things, or the things that maybe your old self would crumble under. Now that you're approaching them with a whole new passion and a whole new drive of breaking through. And this is where it gets to, of like, if you're struggling with that battle and you kind of feel that there's changes to be made, but you're not feeling sorry for yourself, but you're wondering if you're ready, or you keep getting pulled back into the old lifestyle habits and things like that. If you really want it, you'll live it. And this is where that you can almost fall in love with the process of changing and entering a new chapter that you've asked of yourself, or your soul's asking of yourself to walk through for your best good. And I've seen things of this in the past, of like romanticize the journey, or romanticize the glow up. And it's so true, you know, when you fall in love with the things that you're doing, even if they're really hard for you, or really different to the way you've spent your life up until this point, there's something in that getting through, falling in love. And then it becomes that every action that's hard that makes up that hard day. It might be getting up early, or eating a certain way, or letting go of habits, or really kind of working a lot, or on a spiritual level, or in the 3D with work and everything else like that. If you love it, if you learn to love it, if you learn to love all the things that you used to crumble on and not be able to pull through on, it's like a mindset switch in this. And this is where I'm trying to work out if this is just when you're truly ready for it, you fall into this naturally, or if this is something that you can really work on and fall in love with. But I think you've got to want to do it. You've got to want to walk that path and make those changes, and you'll know when you're ready to make those changes. But this is what seems to happen. You fall in love with the process, and it becomes a lifestyle that the old you would look at and think, wow, he's kind of locked in right now and doing all these hard things. Yet when you're walking that path, you're so in it and in love with it that you're aware you're living unlike a lot of many other people, without the habits, without the crutches, let's say. But it's easier because you've romanticized the process. You've fallen in love with that lifestyle and your week, and seeing the growth, and seeing you pull through, and realizing that I can actually do this, and not only can I do it, I can actually enjoy it, and I feel good for it, and I've let go, I've come so far, and all these sorts of things. It's like exercising. When you first start to see a little bit of growth within actually turning up regularly and moving your body, and then your body starts to change. It's a real encouragement, and not just like on an ego level, but because you can see that the work you're doing is having some aspect. Your body's now enjoying being moved more and worked more, and your body will come the representation of what the lifestyle you live, right? So when you start feeling the growth and seeing the growth and falling in love with it, I think that's a magic place to be. And it's so different to when you're in a way forcing yourself something when you don't feel like you're quite ready. I think you've got to really fall in love with being ready for that change, and bring all the hardships on that come with growing as a person in a new chapter that you feel like you should be entering. And that's different, you know, because that's different to when you can try to make a change, even though deep down you kind of know you don't want to be doing it. And what that brings is that it's not long before you quit and go back to and getting stuck into a previous, or not even get stuck, but you draw back into a previous habit and a previous lifestyle. Now, if you're struggling to break through and go into that chapter, and one that I feel like when I said one that you feel like your soul's calling you to do, then you got to be ready for it. You got to be ready to do the things that you know are going to be hard or maybe not enjoyable, but you'll learn to love. And I think you'll be ready and you'll walk into it when you have no doubt that this is what you're doing. When you have no doubt, when you're falling in love with the new you and the new person you're becoming and what you're exploring in that chapter. And again, to tie it back to chapters, nothing's forever, right? We're on this earth for a very short period of time, and it's cool that we get pulled in these different places to explore different things and to have different chapters of our lives doing different things and exploring different things. And I think we should do, because as I said, we're here to learn, we're here to grow, we're here to navigate our characters and learn about ourselves and overcome and grow and overcome and grow and know what characters we're working with and navigate in that to ultimately love ourselves even more, know ourselves even more, and connect even more to a deeper level of ourselves than just the 3D mundane programming. So yeah, it's powerful, it's good, and it's great that we can explore these different parts of ourselves, and that requires exploring a different lifestyle every now and then and a new chapter. This is what I've noticed just in the few years that I've been exploring this and been on my own path and deciding what I choose to spend my days with, allowing the lessons to come up, but ultimately the growth to come up. And it's really fascinating how it can be kind of a night and day clear. I compare some chapters of my life and the mindsets I've been in and the things I've chose to spend my time doing versus other chapters of my life, and it's a real night and day difference, you know. And in that there's so much growth, and that's because I've managed to explore and work out what works for me. Is it late nights? Is it early nights? And the truth is, or even just simple things like that, late nights and early nights, the truth is I think there's times for it all, and it's down for you to decide at what stage you're in. And maybe you'll spend your whole life having late nights or your whole life having early mornings, but there's you're going to get pulled in different places for you to feel like you need to explore them when you need to explore them. And in that is growth, in that is a new chapter, and one that you should follow and fall in love with the process when it's hard, and actually enjoy the grind and enjoy locking in. And I think you'll be really ready for it if you do feel that love and romanticized part of the process. I've definitely felt that, to the point where you could look back and think, wow, yeah, these are all I'm doing, currently enjoying doing all the things that I once would have hated doing, and that says it all.